His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Shiva Prabhupada ki ISKCON Father Acharya Jivat Guru Seva Bol Bol Isi Bhaktivedanta Swami Shiva Prabhupada ki Prabhupada Paramahansa Purusha Acharya for the Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Swami Prabhupada Prabhupada Rukmini Krishna Acharya Shri Haridas Thakur ki Name se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasa Bhot Bhakti Shri Shri Vandalika Vibhavi Ki Jagat Guru Shri Prabhupada Ki Bhot Premanande. All goes to the assembled devotees, all goes to the assembled devotees, all goes to the assembled devotees, all goes to Shri Guru and Gauranga, all goes to Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai. Om Ajnanatirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padkamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitanscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Vaevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Hare Krishna. There's some space in front. People can move forward. And create more space for the devotees still coming. So come forward. Hare Krishna. So once again, I like to express my extreme happiness. It's the first time I'm coming here in Bangalore, and seeing the enthusiasm of all of you is really very heart-touching. So today's topic is very, very relevant for all of us. Enthusiasm. Srila Prabhupada says enthusiasm is the key to success. In all fields of work, in all fields of our life, we want success, we have to be enthusiastic. It's not that I'm not enthusiastic, like let it be studies, let it be my business, let it be my service, anything, and let it be spiritual life only. If I'm not enthusiastic, I cannot expect any real happiness also or success also. How much enthusiastic we should be in devotional service, we should learn from a hardcore materialist. A hardcore materialist person is so enthusiastic in his business, in his service. He's always thinking of how to make money, Sleeping, eating, drinking, driving. He's always making plans how to increase my business. He's so enthusiastic. He's so enthusiastic, he transcends the bodily platform. He transcends the bodily platform. He sleeps less, eats less, and is always more energetic. So much enthusiasm. So we should learn from these people. Similarly, I should be so much enthusiastic in my Krishna consciousness. Okay. Now, to be enthusiastic in Krishna consciousness, in bhakti, first of all, we should understand what is bhakti and what is not bhakti. Sometimes in the name of bhakti, we may be pursuing something else, or we may be expecting something else. And if you're not getting those results, we may lose our enthusiasm. So, in Nectar of Instructions, verse 3, it's a very famous verse by Rupa Goswami. You can repeat after me. Utsaha nishchaya dhairya tat karma pravartanat sangatyaga sato vritti shanmere bhakti prasiddhyati. The 6 favorable ways of advancing in Krishna consciousness are Utsaha. First one is Utsaha. One has to be enthusiastic. Nishchaya, with determination. Dhairya, with patience. Tat karma pravartanat, following all the rules and regulations. Sangtyaga, giving up the association of materialistic people. Sato vritti, following the ways shown by our previous acharyas. Shanmere bhakti prasiddhyati. By these 6 ways, if we follow these 6 ways, we'll surely advance in Krishna consciousness. The first element is Utsaha, enthusiasm. So in the purport of this verse, Srila Prabhupada first clarifies what is not bhakti and what is bhakti. And it is very interesting. What is not bhakti? Srila Prabhupada explains, bhakti is not some imaginative ecstasy or sentimental speculation. Imaginative ecstasy, sometimes if we come to here and we see, wow, how beautiful Gandharva Girdhari.
I'm coming here for so many days. On every Sunday I'm coming. Still I'm not hearing the flute of Gandharva Girdhari. I should hear the flute. Oh, I'm not. I should have a darshan of Srimati Radharani. Gaurang Mahaprabhu is dancing. Oh, I should see him dancing, in ecstasy. So this is imaginative ecstasy. Sometimes it is called Sahijya. Okay. Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur used to say, if there is a woman who is barren, who is not able to bear a child, and she's imitating those women who are delivering child. And she goes in the hospital room and starts crying loudly as if she's delivering a baby. So just by crying loudly, she won't be able to become a mother. So bhakti is not like imaginative ecstasy. I should start crying. I should start rolling on the ground. Then this is bhakti. But this is not bhakti. It's not imaginative. Once our disciple asked Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, every day morning we sing Guru Ashtakam. In the Guru Ashtakam, this stanza is there, 6 stanzas there. Nikunja yuno ratikeli siddhi. So can you please explain the confidential pastimes of Radha and Krishna? Nikunja yuno ratikeli siddhi. You are a bona fide Guru. This means that Guru assists in the confidential pastimes of Radha and Krishna. So you are expecting the Prabhupada will give them details. Prabhupada said, Rascal, it means that you should assist your spiritual master in book distribution. Once Yamuna Mataji was very dear to Srila Prabhupada, and she did a lot of wonderful services for Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada was very fond of her. So once, she told Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada, I love you. And Prabhupada also replied back, I also love you. Now this news spread like fire, especially amongst Matajis. Oh, we can tell our Guru, I love you. Oh. So one Mataji, getting inspired by this incident, went to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, I love you. So Baba said, do something practical. So loving spiritual master, loving Krishna is not some imaginative ecstasy. Okay. Neither it is sentimental speculation. I'm speculating something. I should hear the flute voice of Krishna. No, it's not speculation. Then what is bhakti? Bhakti is practical activity. That's why Srila Prabhupada so interestingly defined bhakti as devotional service. Before Srila Prabhupada, bhakti used to be defined as devotional. What is devotion? No, devotion means it has to be expressed through some practical service. Service is the practical external manifestation, and devotional is our internal emotion. Okay, bhakti should have some emotional part also. That is our internal, but external manifestation is practical activity. Okay, so bhakti means some activity. And what is the definition of Uttama Bhakti given by Rupa Goswami? Anya Bilashita Shunyam Jnana Karmadi Navritam Anukulena Krishnanushilanam Bhakti Uttama. Krishnanushilanam. Anushilanam means cultivation of activities. Okay, so what are the activities in the bhakti? We perform activities. What kind of activities we perform in devotional service? Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Achanam, Mantram, Dasyam, Satyam, this is not the bhakti. So that means all these activities should be performed very enthusiastically. Srila Prabhupada says, in devotional service, we should be very, very enthusiastic. Not only enthusiastic, very enthusiastic. How much enthusiastic? If you are not enthusiastic. In Krishna consciousness, we should be very enthusiastic. We should be very enthusiastic. So I am chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Every day we are morning, we are chanting, we pick up the feedback. Sometimes we feel, 16 rounds. When it will be completed, yeah? So we start, and somehow the other, we just drag. For us, this mala is more important, Somehow this should keep on working. Whatever is happening inside, I'm not bothered about it. This score is very important. 16 not done. This is not enthusiastic. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama. We are hearing here with enthusiasm, like Parikshit Maharaj. Parikshit Maharaj had only 7 days left. Just imagine if a doctor tells someone you have a terminal cancer, you are going to leave your body within 7 days. What will be the state of mind of that person? He will be in so much of anxiety. But Parikshit Maharaj, how he took this news? Oh, it's a wonderful signal from Krishna. Okay, I should utilize these 7 days wonderfully. I gave up all the kingdom, sat on the banks of Ganges. The news spread all over the universe. From all over the universe, all the great sages comes along with their disciples. What a wonderful sight it will be to see a great Mahabhagavat leaving his body going back to Godhead. And then Sukdev Goswami also arrives at this path. Sukdev Goswami used to stop in between. Okay, you want some break, tea break, lunch break, bio break. Hearing of this Krishna Kathamrit is so nectarian. I'm forgetting all about my bodily needs. So enthusiastic. The last day he was so enthusiastic. So when we come to here, at least once or twice a week we come to here, we should be very enthusiastic to hear. We come in the association of devotees, we should be very, very enthusiastic. Why we should be enthusiastic in Krishna consciousness? Prabhupada gives 3 reasons. 3 main reasons. There are so many reasons to be enthusiastic, but 3 main reasons he gives. Number 1 reason he gives, the devotional service is extremely, extremely rare. It's very, very rare. It is not of this world, it's out of the world. Brahmand Brahmite Kono Bhagyavan Ji, Guru Krishna Prasade Pai, Bhakti Rata Page. After wandering through so many universes in so many species of life, 84 lakhs of species, we all have been through all those 84 lakhs of species. Don't mind, we have been aquarium, we have been like fishes, trees, insects, reptiles, birds, animals. After going through all those things, we have evolved into human form of life. And after coming to the human form of life, we are so fortunate that we have got the shelter of Srila Prabhupada. Brahman, Brahmite, endlessly, we don't know for how long, endlessly we have been wandering. It is said in our scriptures, we have left so many bodies, we have changed so many bodies. If all the bones are collected from the bodies we have left, it will be more than a Meru mountain, And in all the lives, we have cried so many times because all lives in the material life are miserable. We have cried, we have shed so many tears that there must be oceans and oceans of our tears. So after going through all those miseries, Brahman Brahmite, Kono Bhagavanji, who is that fortunate soul who gets the shelter of a bona fide spiritual master like Srila Prabhupada? Srila Prabhupada ki. So if you are getting this wonderful gift, shouldn't we be enthusiastic? If our friend has gone to US and he says, I brought you a wonderful iPad for you, we'll be so enthusiastic to receive this gift. Thank you, you're my real friend. Okay, these are material things, but Bhakti Lata Beach, the creeper, the seed of devotional service, it is transcendental. It's not of this material world. So we should be very, very enthusiastic. Once we have received this seed, now cultivating the responsibility for cultivating this seed is mine. Watering this seed is my responsibility. How do I water that seed? By hearing and chanting. So I should be very much number 1 reason. The devotional service is very, very rare. Second reason is Prabhupada explains why should we be enthusiastic. It is rare, but it must be maybe very boring also. So now, Krishna consciousness, I have to follow 4 regulatory principles, stop all those nonsensical activities. It will be very dry, Prabhuji. No. It's so blissful. So blissful. What is your experience after coming to Krishna consciousness? Your happiness index in life has increased or gone down? You are not so enthusiastic. Yeah. Manifold. Just imagine the days before we came in Krishna consciousness. And now, all these, they have these, weight loss institutes, before and after. 120 kilograms, 60 kilograms. New person, Kaya Kal. Similarly, we should see also our face. What we were before coming to Krishna consciousness and what we are. Once, Srila Prabhupada in his beginning days, he told one of his disciples to paint the photo of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he painted the photo of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. and he put long hairs. Prabhupada laughed. Prabhupada said, you have made Chaitanya Mahaprabhu a hippie. So everyone was saying, okay, yeah. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a hippie, and he is a hippie. He has come to save all of you hippies. So Prabhupada's accent was Bengali. You know? So he said, hippie has come to save all of you hippies. So all the hippies thought Prabhupada is saying, shave you off. Save is shave. So everyone started laughing. Yes, they were all shaved off. So both ways. So Mahaprabhu had come to save off also, to shave off also. So Prabhupada says, no, earlier you were hippies, big beard, big long hairs, and you used to look so morose. And now you look like a Vaikuntha man, shining like anything. So that is how. So Krishna consciousness is really blissful. Okay, just chanting, dancing, and feasting. So wonderful. So number one reason to be enthusiastic, why? It is very rare. Number two is very pleasure giving in this material world. It is binding. Okay, pleasures of this material world are binding. About miseries. Getting the point? It's a great secret. They are covered miseries. It's a big illusion. Okay, happiness or the pleasures in this material world are nothing but the reduction in miseries. When our miseries are somewhat reduced, we feel relief. That is pleasure. Okay, and if we are pursuing for such kind of pleasure, it is binding. It is entangling in the cycle of birth and death. But the pleasure we receive in Krishna consciousness is liberating. It is blissful also, and it is liberating also. So Krishna consciousness bhakti, the destination is as enjoyable as the journey. Okay, we are going back to Godhead, Golok Dham, we'll dance with Krishna, we'll eat with Krishna, we'll play with Krishna. And here also, we are dancing with Krishna. Hari Bol. Srila Prabhupada says, the Sankirtan movement of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is still on. We all are participating in the Sankirtan movement of Lord Chaitanya. It's still going on. Okay. So there are three main reasons. What are three reasons? Why should we be enthusiastic in Krishna consciousness? Number one, they are extremely rare. Number two, it's blissful. Number three, it is liberating. So Prabhupada says we should be very enthusiastic in performing Krishna conscious activities. Now, Krishna consciousness means activities. Now, activities for whom? Activities, any activity performed, it has a purpose. So what should be the purpose of these activities? To please Krishna. Krishnarth akhil cheshtitam. All the effort should be for the pleasure of Krishna. But I don't know how to please Krishna. I don't know how to hear, how to chant for the pleasure of Krishna. And Prabhupada says, enthusiasm means endeavoring with intelligence. Endeavoring with intelligence. Now you may say, intelligence, but Prabhuji, I am not so intelligent. I cannot decide with my intelligence what is right, what is wrong. I get bewildered. Then Prabhupada clarifies, if you are endeavoring with the intelligence of spiritual master. Okay. So Krishna consciousness, we should perform enthusiastically. What is enthusiasm? Enduring with intelligence of Guru Sadhu Shastra. Okay. This is very precise definition of enthusiasm. Clear? So far so good. So now I know I should be very enthusiastic in performance of my Krishna consciousness, and this is the only way to success. Okay. Once, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, Prabhupada brought him to India and gave him the responsibility of BBT, publishing book, translating books in different languages. And Maharaj was thinking how to push on the book distribution. So in Bombay, he went to some, bookshop, and he requested the owner of the bookshop to keep Srila Prabhupada's books. It was a very well-known bookshop in the main market. And he thought this will give a lot of push to the sales of Srila Prabhupada books. So after a long time, when Maharaj followed up with that shopkeeper, no book was sold. So Maharaj went to Srila Prabhupada. He was not feeling very good. I tried my best, but still the sales didn't pick up. So Maharaj told Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada, I tried like this. I put your books in the best shop in the main market, but still the sales didn't go up. Prabhupada smiled. Prabhupada said, my books are sold only by the enthusiasm of my devotees. Only by enthusiasm. So this is the key to success. We may not have skills, okay, but if we are enthusiastic, we can, make up for the lack of skills, lack of competence also. So sincerity and enthusiasm is required. Now, even after knowing the importance of being enthusiastic in all the walks of our life, sometimes, or I should say, most of the times, we lose enthusiasm. Okay. So, frankly speaking, truly speaking, what are the reasons that we lose enthusiasm in bhakti? How many of you have experienced sometimes that we lose enthusiasm? Sometimes. Sometimes we don't feel like coming to center. We say, oh, acha, okay, I'll try. We give so many, our mind will give so many excuses. Okay. Devotees have to follow up. Where are you, Mataji? Where are you, Prabhu? We are not seeing you. I'll just come, I'll try. We have so many excuses. So why it happens? When bhakti is so rare, bhakti is so blissful, bhakti is all liberating, association of devotees is so wonderful, chanting, dancing, feasting, Prashadam is so nice, isn't it? Dancing, chanting. Why do we lose enthusiasm? What are the reasons? It is the cause of losing enthusiasm. Yes, sometimes it may happen that we may have such experience in association of devotees who don't feel like coming to it may happen. One sec. Sinful activities we perform, yes. Our anarthas, offenses, one by one. Yes. Material attachments. One sec. Results are not coming as per our expectation. Yes, Mata. Maya Devi is very strong, so we surrender to Maya Devi. Yeah, we surrender. We are like once one disciple asked Srila Prabhupada, why Krishna has made Maya so strong? We want to be enthusiastic, but why Krishna has made Maya so strong? Prabhupada shot back. Maya is not strong. Your purpose for going back to Godhead is not strong. So we think Maya is very strong. Like, what else? Maya is strong. Yes, Prabhupada. Lack of proper hearing. Very good reason. Yes, Prabhuji. Less association with devotees. Social media. Very good. Thank you, Prabhu. I was waiting for that. Yes. Whole night, I don't know. The 3 hours went by, I was just one reel after one reel and much reel, and I'm sleeping at 1 o'clock in the night, not able to get up in the morning. If I'm able to get up early in the morning, I'm feeling sleepy, chanting, hearing. Very good. What else?
You think husband or wife are more powerful than Krishna?
It's getting too close. He's saying husband or wife are more powerful than Krishna. Their opinions have more weightage. Hence we don't come. Family attachments, family pressures, business pressures, health reasons, some misunderstanding amongst devotees, not getting results as per our expectations, material attractions, more association with non-devotees, less association with devotees, philosophical misunderstanding, philosophical doubts. Yes, very good point. Not getting the taste. Distracted by other relations, inattentive chanting, old habits coming up. So there are so many reasons to make us lose our enthusiasm in Krishna consciousness. In fact, the whole of material creation is designed like this only. Padam padam yatra padam. At every moment, anything can happen, and that may, reduce our enthusiasm. So what to do? So now we will discuss how we can always remain enthusiastic. These are all valid reasons. Okay, but one thing is very wonderful. Krishna consciousness is ahetuki apratihata. Apratihata means nothing of this material world, no condition of this material world can impede, can create blockage, obstacles in our Krishna consciousness. consciousness. Very good. Krishna consciousness can be performed unchecked under any conditions. Any conditions. This reminded me of a story. Now, while Juhu temple, we all know, Prabhupada had to undergo a lot of struggle making Juhu temple. After we got the Juhu temple and Prabhupada departed in 80s, Mr. N also left his body. But Mr. N's wife was also very notorious. And she was trying all kind of tricks to disturb the devotees and get back the property. So what happened? In 1980s, there was one devotee called Mahabuddhi Prabhu. He was an American body devotee. He's an American body devotee. He was a temple commander. What happened? One very rich person comes to the temple to have darshan. He parked his car, comes inside the temple, have the darshan, and he comes out. He has lost his shoes. And he creates a big scene at the gate. The security guard says, just give me a minute. I'll just check up. And in front of the temple at that time, there were huts, some chugis were there. So the guard could find out the person who had stolen the shoes. He brought that person. And he said, this is the person, these are the shoes he has stolen. Now tell me, what should I do with this? He said, beat him. And the guard started beating. And there was a lot of halla. And all the chunki walas, all they got together. Right in the front of the gate, the big noise was coming. So Mahabuddhi Prabhu was a temple commander. He came out, what's happening? He saw this is all. He said, oh, this is a dispute. He said, okay, don't make noise here. Come inside, we'll settle down. And then, during this fight, that security guard had a big iron rod in his hand. And they were fighting. Don't fight here, so come inside. So Mahaprabhu Prabhu was going in front and all those chugiwalas and all the security guard was on the back. Suddenly Mahaprabhu Prabhu heard a big noise as if the coconut has fallen down from the tree. And he turned back, he saw that a security guard who had this iron rod in his hand, he had hit the iron rod on the head of the person who had stolen the shoes and he had died on the spot. It's a big thing. Murder in the temple premises. So police came and police took all the devotees to jail and all are only foreigners. His Holiness Rukmini Krishna Goswami Maharaj. His Holiness Sridhar Swami Maharaj. All these big sannyasis, around 15 devotees, they were taken to jail, put in jail. Very embarrassing situation. Murder in Hare Krishna temple. This is what? This was all the scheme of conspiracy of that Mrs. N. Okay. She was always creating some disturbances. So they were sitting in the jail. It was afternoon time. Then Sridhar Swami Maharaj was known as Jolly Day. Very blissful. Wearing a hat. On the head it was written, Prabhupada's Rude was his disappearance day. Today is the appearance day of Srinivasa. She lost her in 2004. He joined the Nitya Leela on this day of auspicious day. Even when he was sick, he had hepatitis B. So he had swollen stomach. Just to say how enthusiastic he was in all conditions. Stomach. So, in jokes. So when they were in the jail, so he was saying, okay, what to do? So they saw one poster on the jail wall. It was in Hindi and it was torn off. Something was written. And there was a more devotee named Mogila, that was the Prabhupada disciple. And the Moglila Prabhu, he knew Hindi. He said, what is written there? So Among Lila Prabhu said, it's written Kirtan Sagar. Oh, Kirtan Sagar. Sridhar Swami Maharaj said, that means the Lord wants us to perform Kirtan. So in that jail cell, they started chanting, Hare Krishna, Buddhi Prabhu, the temple commander, and the security guard, they were inside. The security guard was a British person. And Mahabodhi Prabhu was American, English speaking. But they continued this, and other jail inmates were there, but they continued like this, morning japa, Mangal Arti, then Bhagavatam class. In the Bhagavatam class, Mahabodhi Prabhu used to speak in English. The security guard, whatever he could understand, he used to translate in Hindi, and other people used to hear and understand. And after some days, Mahabodhi Prabhu was also released. Only the security guard remained. And he was transferred to the central jail. And the point is, he continued with the morning program. Just imagine his conviction. Now, this whole incident was narrated by Mahabodhi Prabhu himself in the 40th anniversary of Juhu temple. And then this security guard continued. He continued chanting, and whatever he could understand, Srimad Bhagavatam used to speak, and the people used to hear. This is the power of Krishna consciousness. Okay, so whatever may be the situation of this material world, devotional service can be performed unchecked. There's one devotee named Vachaspati Prabhu. He earlier he was in Russian army. Okay. And he went to Afghanistan for fighting. And he lost his both arms. Okay, just imagine. He lost his both arms. Now he was in Brahmachari ashram. Just imagine, no arms. And he used to come for Mayapur Parikrama. And we used to see him personally. I've seen him many times. Just imagine a person who has no arms. Everyone will feel, sympathetic with him. But he was very enthusiastic. How he used to, in the camps we used to stay, and now there used to be tap, and under that we used to take bath. And how he used to open the tap, we used to open the tap like this, and then take bath and close tap like this. Very normal. And he was #1 book distributor in St. Petersburg. No arms. Okay, how he used to distribute books? He used to go out with the book bag on his back, and wherever he used to go, saffron wearing, people used to get surprised, no arms, and very smiling face, tilak and everything. So people used to just wondering, what is him? So he used to turn back, please take out book. So they used to take out, please put money here. Seeing it enthusiasm, they got book money. All books are sold. Any person who has lost his 2 arms, how he must be feeling? But this is the power of Krishna consciousness. We can remain enthusiastic if we really want to be. Okay. So, So what we are discussing, there are so many reasons for losing enthusiasm in Krishna consciousness. But the good news is, Krishna consciousness can be performed under any circumstances. We may say, no, Prabhu ji, आप नहीं जानते हमारे परिवार में क्या चल रहा है. मेरे पति देव हो, मेरी पत्नी हो, मेरे बच्चे, or nothing of any family condition, any business condition, any physical, mental condition cannot check our Krishna consciousness. Because Krishna consciousness is beyond this world. It is not of this world. So nothing of this world can stop this. Okay, this conviction we should have. That's why I gave all these examples. Okay, now what to do when we lose our enthusiasm? And it's natural. Although we know by theory our bhakti cannot be stopped, but still we know our mind is very powerful. And our mind will give different excuses, and we may feel very constrained in chanting, in hearing, in coming to temple, in associating with devotees. So what should we do when we are caught in such conditions? And it is very natural. We see in the Ramayana, when Hanuman goes in Hanuman's flight across the ocean of 100 yojans, and when he reaches Lanka, he's very enthusiastic. He's not tired after a long jump. Okay, and he slaps Lankani also. He takes a very small form and searching for Sita. He enters Ravana's palace. He sees all the beautiful women there. and some of the women were half naked and all those conditions. But still, he was a Bal Brahmachari. But because he was on the mission, he was looking, where is Sita? Where is Sita? Where is Sita? When he couldn't find Sita, he became very desperate. He said, what should I do? You know? When he was about to lose enthusiasm, there's very nice verse he speaks. He says, Anirveda Shriyamulam, Anirveda Param Sukham, Anirvedo hi Satatam, Sarvartheshu Parvartaka. Very important instruction for all of us. Anirveda Shriyamulam. Anirveda means being free from despair. We should be free from being hopelessness. Shriya Moolam, it is the root of all prosperity. One should never lose enthusiasm. Anirveda Shriya Moolam, Anirveda Param Sukham, and it is the cause of great happiness. Anirvedo hi Satatam Sarvartheshu Parvartaka. So that means it is the cause of supreme happiness and it leads to success. So he again started with enthusiasm. I should again search for Sita. Again searching, couldn't find Sita. Now he lost enthusiasm. Now Hanumanji started speculating. If I couldn't find Sita, maybe when Ravan was carrying Sita, Sita jumped off the Pushpak Viman and drowned in the ocean. Or maybe Raman killed Sita and ate in his breakfast. Maybe all those Rakshasas killed Sita. So different speculations. And if I'm not able to find Sita, if I go back like this, all the monkey army, they are standing on one leg performing austerity. Okay? When they will hear I not find Sita, they will commit suicide. And when they will commit suicide, our leader Angad will also commit suicide. When Angad will commit suicide, Sugriv will also commit suicide. When the Sugriv will commit suicide, Lakshman will also commit suicide. And when the Lakshman will commit suicide, Ram will say, what is the use of living? Ram will also commit suicide. And when the Ram will commit suicide, Bharat will come to know that Ram has committed suicide. What is the use of living? Bharat will commit suicide. And when the Bharat will commit suicide, all Ayodhyavasi will commit suicide. So better I should commit suicide. And then he was speculating how to commit suicide. Okay, I'll make a fire and lit fire, enter into the fire, or I'll drown into the ocean. He was thinking like this. So this is the nature of mind. Once we go into this cycle of negative thinking, it has no limit. The mind has a nature. Whatever the mind focuses on, it expands. We have like this experience. That's how so many people these days are going to depression. One negative thought, this. Fear means false evidence appearing real. What? Fear, F-E-A-R. False evidence is appearing real. And we keep on speculating. And he was doing like this. He was so depressed that all of a sudden he thought, no. Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram. He thought of Lord Ram. And the moment he thought of Lord Ram, all his depression went away. Okay? So what is the lesson? Whenever we enter this negative mode of thinking, immediately do what? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare. We should remember, mind is, I will ask you a question. Mind is living or dead? How many of you feel the mind is living? And how many of you feel that say that mind is dead? How many of you are confused? Sometimes living, sometimes dead. Mind is dead matter. It is the external energy of the Lord. Bhumi abonam vayu khamana buddhi vacha. Ahankara mithya me bhinna prakriti ashtadha. Bhinna prakriti, inferior energy of the Lord. I am superior energy of the Lord. Mind is an instrument in my hand. I am not the instrument in the hand of the mind. So mind is like an instrument. I have to use the instrument. So if the mind is going into this zone, I have to pick up. No, like this. Think positive. Okay? I have to give direction to the mind. It is in my hand. So Hanumanji gave direction to his mind. No negative thinking. And he thought of Lord Ram. How can give pleasure to Lord Ram? In whatever situation we are, The situations may be very tough, very demanding. In all those situations, mind may say it is impossible, impossible. No. In this situation, how best I can serve? We should think like this. We should not think of the result. Result may or may not come. What best efforts I can make? So Hanumanji thought like that. And the moment he thought like that, he saw one garden was a very beautiful garden, which he couldn't explore. And that garden was Ashok Vatika. And there he saw a very young, beautiful woman, sitting under a tree. Then he thought, yeah, this must be Sita. And then he went there, and this is the history. So what Hanuman is teaching us, the mind may cheat us, but we should not get cheated by the mind. When the mind is going to negative zone, we should give it a positive direction. And what is the best way of giving positive direction? Think of the Lord. Think of the holy name. Start chanting the holy name. Start hearing some lecture. Engage in some Krishna conscious activities. That will give us the positive way. Once a disciple went to Srila Prabhupada. He said, Prabhupada, I lost all my enthusiasm. I cannot continue. He put his bead bag in front of Prabhupada. I am leaving. Prabhupada said, what happened? He said, Prabhupada, I lost my enthusiasm. And what Prabhupada did, Prabhupada was sitting in front of Prabhupada, there was a desk. He said, just be enthusiastic. What? Yes, Prabhupada. And he picked up the bag. So, just be enthusiastic. Okay? So, being enthusiastic is a sadhana for us. Now, when you are feeling down, tell yourself, just be enthusiastic. Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, and pick up. This we have to do. The mind is like water. The water has a natural tendency to go down. Have you seen water automatically going up? No, goes down. Mind has a natural tendency to go down. It has how the water can go up? It has to be pumped up. So when the mind is going down, we have to pump it up by our intelligence. So when the mind is going down, just be enthusiastic. What? Just be enthusiastic. You feel the whole chain. This is the trick. This is my decision. To lose enthusiasm or to remain enthusiastic. This is my decision. Okay? Like in our temple, once His Holiness Japtak Swami Maharaj came. I think it is around 2010, after the stroke. And he was so enthusiastic. In such condition, he was traveling all over the world. So I had the fortune of serving him. So I was alone with him in his room. So I picked up the courage and asked Maharaj, Maharaj, can I ask a question? He said, yes. I said, Maharaj, even in this condition, how you are so enthusiastic? Because it is really surprising. A person who is such a frequent traveler, who is such an inspiring figure, and now externally if we see, he is dependent on others, even for small things. So any person will feel so depressed. So how you are so enthusiastic in such condition also? What Maharaj replied? He thought for a few seconds and says, what can I do? Gaurang Mahaprabhu's Leelas are so nectarian. That's all. So it took me some time to absorb his answer. Gaurang Mahaprabhu's Leelas are so nectarian. So he's always absorbed in the pastimes of Gaurang Mahaprabhu. So he's not bothered about his physical condition. See? Japtak Swami Maharaj ki. Few years back in Detroit, they were having a sadhu son. His Holiness Sachin Swami Maharaj was also there, and His Holiness Japtak Swami Maharaj was also there. So Japtak Swami Maharaj came on the stage, on the wheelchair, and he said, I got a stroke. I cannot speak clearly. I had a liver transfer. I had a kidney transfer. I cannot walk. I am going treatment for skin cancer. Then he paused for a moment. Still, I am very happy. Just imagine. Kidney transplant, liver transplant. Have you seen any patient with kidney transplant? I have seen. He has to go through so many difficulties, dialysis and all those things. Liver transplant, so difficult. Skin cancer treatment, stroke, not able to speak properly. Still I am happy. This is his decision to be enthusiastic. We have practical cases. We are not talking of bookish things. Practical cases are there. Okay. So, there may be so many reasons to lose enthusiasm, but Krishna consciousness is so powerful. It's our decision. We have to pick up our bags. No, I have to be enthusiastic. And we have examples. Another thing we can do is come in the association of enthusiastic devotees. Okay. So when you come in the association of enthusiastic devotees, enthusiasm is also infectious. Okay. We also get infected by that. And other thing which can help us is asat santyag ei vaishnav achar. More we associate with non-devotees, when we associate with non-devotees, we lose enthusiasm. Why? Any reason? Any experience you can share? By associating with non-devotees, we lose our enthusiasm, Krishna consciousness. How this equation works? Material vibration centers, okay. Change our desires. Our priorities get changed. And to progress, advance materially, it becomes our topmost priority. Krishna consciousness comes in the backstage. So,
we cannot discuss Krishna Katha with them, so what to discuss? But obviously, we cannot go and
he says when we go in the situation of non-devotees, we cannot discuss Krishna Katha, we discuss ordinary things. So, what should we do? How to manage that?
problem is what happens.
Yeah, problem. This is we are stating the problem. Yeah. Okay. Yes.
They can make us believe that this is the real.
Yes. When we associate with materialist people, they'll make us believe, oh, this is the real enjoyment. Why are you wasting your youth there? Just eat, drink, and be merry and go to hell. Yeah. No. There's some conviction. They are fully convinced that we are on the right way, and we also develop that kind of conviction. Okay. So we should be very careful when you're going out. We have to go out. We have to go to schools, colleges, business, jobs, and we cannot expect everyone to be chanting, putting a tilak, beating a kanthi mala. No, they have their own thought process, their own priorities. We have to deal with them, but deal in a limited manner. And what is the best way of safeguarding yourself? And he says, attack is the best way of. And Mahaprabhu has recommended what? Jare dekho tare kaho Krishna upadesh amar agya guru hai tadei. Whomsoever we meet, in whatever condition we meet, give them Krishna consciousness. We should have some books, some prasad, something to give them. Before they give us their garbage, we give them Krishna consciousness. Okay, so that's it. We can do that. So, okay, avoiding association of non-devotees, continuously coming in the association of devotees, taking a decision, it's like a sadhana for us. So these things can help us. Okay. When Prabhupada was sending these 3 Gasta couples to London for preaching, you all know that story now. 3 Gasta couples were there: Shyam Sundar Prabhu and Mati Mataji, and Yamuna Mataji and Gurudas Prabhu, and Mukund Prabhu and Janki Mataji. So before they are about to leave, Mukund Prabhu asked Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada, you are sending us to a new place. What we are expected to do? Prabhupada started narrating a story of Charlie Chaplin. You know Charlie Chaplin? All of you know? Okay. Prabhupada said, Charlie Chaplin, in my childhood, I used to feed Charlie Chaplin films. Now, once Charlie Chaplin was in a dance party, okay, and there was a very naughty boy, okay. So, after dancing, the people were sitting on benches. This naughty boy put a chewing gum on this bench. So, Charlie Chaplin, after dancing, came and sat on that bench. And when he got up, his coat got stuck with the chewing gum, and when he got up, the coat got torn off. And Charlie Chaplin went to the toilet and he saw his coat is torn off a bit. So what he did, he took a scissor and he torn off the whole coat up to this point. And he again came out in the ballroom dancing and started dancing with gay abundance. He was dancing like this. And when he was dancing like this, the coat was cut and it was just flying like this. So all the other people were sorry. Wow, what a new fashion. What a dance, what a style. And the coat was cut from here to behind, and they're flying like this. All men in that assembly, they all cut off their coat like this. And everyone standing like this. So Mukund Prabhu asked, you are sending us to London, what we are supposed to do? And Prabhupada narrated this story. No purport. So Mukund came to airport. Other devotees asked, "What were the instructions Prabhupada gave?" He said, "This is the story he narrated." So what to make out of this story? So they all discussed. So he said, "Okay, Prabhupada is expecting us. We are going to a foreign land. You know? We are wearing dhoti, kurta, shaven head, tilak. Mataji is wearing sari. So we should not feel shy. We'll go out enthusiastically." So they went on the streets of London, and with this dress only, they started performing kirtan. And when they were performing kirtan, George Harrison was going, and he stopped on the way, and he said, "I was searching for you people." No, he got so impressed, and then there was a friendship between George Harrison and Sham Sundar Prabhu, and the rest is the history. So this is how, sorry, this is how what it means to be enthusiastic. We should not feel shy. I'm putting a tilak, I'm wearing dhoti, and what is this? So we should be very much convinced what I am doing is right. Charlie Chaplin was convinced what I am doing is right. And the other people got infected by his enthusiasm. Okay. So when we are dancing, when you are chanting, it should be full enthusiasm. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That way, Second other thing which can really give us enthusiasm is our faith. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, enthusiasm is the life of Shraddha. Okay. If we have faith, we'll be enthusiastic. Lack of enthusiasm means lack of faith. Srila Prabhupada had so much of faith in the words of his spiritual master. When Prabhupada went to America, he had to struggle a lot. And he used to go to the shipping company when the ship is going back to India. And clerk used to say, "Swamiji, every time you come, you ask, but you don't go." I say, "Yeah, I don't go because my spiritual master wanted me to preach in America, in the Western world." So what was holding back Srila Prabhupada? The faith in the words of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So if we have faith in the words of Srila Prabhupada, if we have faith in the words of scriptures, we'll be enthusiastic. The conditions may be very depressing, but if we are reading Srila Prabhupada's books, we are hearing his lectures, we are having faith in the words of our seniors, we'll be enthusiastic. If we don't have faith, then it's very difficult to remain enthusiastic. So faith, how will we increase our faith? Shravan. Yeah. Hearing, chanting, in the association of devotees. Okay. So, it's a very big topic and very interesting topic. Enthusiasm doesn't mean that when the things happen as per my expectations, then I'll be enthusiastic. If not getting the results as per my expectation, I lose enthusiasm. That is not enthusiasm, that is mode of passion. Okay. Enthusiasm means consistency, steadiness. Whether I'm getting due results or not, I will keep on performing my duty. Like Srila Prabhupada. He was struggling, but he never gave up because he had faith. Okay. Sometimes we feel so enthusiastic. Yesterday I was telling, our enthusiasm in Krishna consciousness is like ECG graph. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Sometimes we feel so enthusiastic, I feel like just dancing, I'll go back to God. Now I'm dancing, my next step in Golok Vrindavan only. Hari Bol. And sometimes I feel so depressed, I feel, why I'm chanting? I feel like giving up Krishna consciousness. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay? The material world is like this only. Only one thing is constant in this material world. What is that? Change. So the conditions will always be changing. But in this ECG curve, you see one straight line also. You see that now? That straight line should be our sadhana. Whatever may be condition, I should keep on chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama. If I'm studying my sadhana in association of devotees, these fluctuations won't disturb me much. But if I don't give up my sadhana, then I will also be fluctuating. My enthusiasm will also be fluctuating. Once devotees asked His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj, it was in Mayapur. Maharaj, we have been seeing you so steadily performing Krishna consciousness. What is the secret of your success? It was after Bhagavatam class. So Maharaj replied very humbly. He said, strong morning program and avoiding Vaishnava Navarat. What is that?
Strong morning program.
Yes. So this is he shared his secret for his enthusiasm in Krishna consciousness. We all know that till his last days he had so many physical problems that he never missed Mangal Aarti. It was so difficult for him to hold that Panchadip. Great efforts he used to perform. Seeing him performing Krishna consciousness used to, you melt our heart. Okay, so much of enthusiasm. Even in last days he was performing. Even during sleep also, he was doing Aarti. So strong morning program and avoiding Vaishnava. Because when we commit offenses, what happens when we commit offenses? Offenses cover up our service propensities. With offenses we lose interest in Krishna consciousness. So we should be very, very careful. If we come to that we have committed offenses, we immediately should take remedial measures. Okay. And once, from one more proper disciple, His Holiness Bhakti Vishwa Madhav Sai Maharaj. Few months back only, he left his body. He was very enthusiastic. At the age of 17 only he joined Krishna consciousness. And he was an American body. But he had remembered all the Puranas, Srimad Bhagavatam, everything. He used to recite shlokas like anything, And always I used to translate for him. He used to embrace me. And, very enthusiastic. So I asked him, Maharaj, you are always so enthusiastic. What is the reason? He said, Rukmini Krishna, yes. No utility in negativity. No utility in negativity. That's one line. So our mind has a tendency to go for negative things. No utility in negativity. So we see faults in others. We talk about negative things. By this, our enthusiasm will go down or go up. So these are a few things. The topic is very wonderful. So in short, we discussed enthusiasm is key to success in Krishna consciousness. What is bhakti? What is not bhakti? Okay. What is not bhakti? Imaginative ecstasy or mental sentimental speculation. And what is bhakti? Cultivation of activities. What is enthusiasm? Enduring with intelligence. Intelligence of Guru Sadhusha. Okay. There are so many obstacles which may make us lose our enthusiasms. How we can revive, how we can always remain enthusiastic in Krishna consciousness? Just be enthusiastic. And one, strong morning program. Avoid Vaishnava Prat. Faith. The association of devotees increase our faith. Then Asat Sankhya. We should give up the association of non-devotees. Social media, too much social media is kind of Asat Sangon. We can use social media for Krishna consciousness, but otherwise we should not waste our time. So these are all the things. We should always keep ourselves in association of devotees. Just be enthusiastic. No unity in negativity. We have so many wonderful examples living with us. Okay. So if we lose enthusiasm, we lose wonderful opportunity. So Brahman Brahmite Guna Bhagavanji, Guru Krishna Prasade Pai Bhakti Mehra. So let's pray to Srila Prabhupada and let's make best use of our human form of life, best use of this wonderful gift we have received, and always remain enthusiastic and also enthuse others also. Whenever we see any devotee losing enthusiasm, we should be very concerned. We should pick him up, we should talk to him, make him, we should reveal our heart. Another way of getting back enthusiasm back is when we are feeling down, we should have a person in our life to whom we can reveal our heart. If we keep all those negativities in our heart, that will really kill our enthusiasm. We are not able to come on our own, come out of this negative zone. So we should go to a person, a mature person, and reveal our heart. So that will also restore our enthusiasm. Okay? Thank you very much for your patient hearing. Hare Krishna. Any questions, comments, or correction? We have time for questions.
I'll start with my question.
Yeah.
So, thank you so much, Roji, for the enthusiastic lecture. Only one practical question again I had for the new devotees who come in and when they are not fully into Krishna consciousness, they are sentimental. And sometimes, because of anarthas, be it in austere seva, like for example, Jagannath Rath Yatra or Prasadam distribution, some devotee shouts in such a way it looks like, oh, I have come to ISKCON and here also I am hearing this, outside also. So they get shell shocked. They assume that they are devotees, they are elevated level, but they cannot be like this. So that actually allows them to be enthusiastic and continue to come, even though this philosophy is at the highest level. So, how to deal with such devotees? How to bring them back because they really get hurt. That's the truth.
Yeah, very good question. Everyone understood this question? Sometimes newcomers come and we expect the devotees who have been practicing Krishna consciousness, they are ideal saints. सबके सब बहुत संत लोग हैं. And they are very wonderful, animated devotees, Mahabhagavat, ideal people. And when they say some discrepancies in our behavior, in our character, they really get disheartened and they lose enthusiasm and stop coming also. Okay. So you see, Srila Prabhupada informs us, ISKCON is like a hospital. And we should educate all the newcomers also. And we should educate ourselves also. It's like a hospital. Hospital means we are all have come here for treatment. And what is our disease? Bhavarog. Bhavarog. We all have some fever, material fever. So we all undergo treatment. Someone has a fever of 104 degree, someone has a fever of 100 degrees, someone has 99. We all are patients. So with patience, we have to be patient. So we should not expect ideal behavior from any person. We are in treatment. I may be in Krishna consciousness earlier than you, 20 years earlier than you, but still I am diseased. I am undergoing treatment. Okay? I am a senior patient. So senior patient is like a half doctor. So he knows, when this disease, I should take this medicine. So I am a senior patient, like a half doctor. But we can very easily find lot of discrepancies in my behavior. But if I see some discrepancies, अरे प्रभु जी आप lecture इतना बढ़िया देते हो, और बात ऐसे करते हो. This is my disease. So one should not lose enthusiasm just by seeing some discrepancy in others. He is a diseased person. So sometimes we come to Krishna consciousness with idealism. So if you are too idealistic, we will very easily lose enthusiasm. It's very difficult to find a perfect living entity in this material creation. Only perfect being is Krishna only. So we all have so many imperfections. So expecting perfection in the atmosphere of imperfection is not good. So it will not be idealistic. It's not our temple, our center is like not a museum of saints. You come and everyone sitting like this. We are very dynamic, we are performing activities, serving. Sometimes we are getting angry, sometimes we are getting shouting, or sometimes it may happen. Situations like this. Even in Chaitanya Charitamrita, we find that. In Jagannath Rath Yatra, you see that incident? Raja Patapur is there, he is guarding Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In one row, Srivas Thakur is there. And in front of Srivas Thakur, one more devotee was there. So, Srivas Thakur was putting his hand on this devotee's shoulder, trying to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dancing. Sorry, some other devotee was putting hand on the shoulder of Srivas Thakur and trying to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dancing. And Srivas Thakur was in ecstasy and he was putting his hands like this. So what Srivas Thakur said, who is putting this hand? Srivas Thakur got so angry, he turned back and slapped this devotee. And this devotee got so angry in front of everyone, he slapped me. He was also about to retaliate. Raja Pratap said, hey, come on, you are so fortunate. You have a hasta chin, the size of a devotee on your face. Come on, you are so fortunate. And he cooled down. So sometimes the situations may turn like this. Okay. So when we should also not expect idealism, and we should also train devotees not to expect idealism. Be realistic. At the same time, it doesn't mean you are diseased, so I won't respect you. You are just a patient. Yes, I'm a senior patient, so respect it. So staying in this hospital, undertaking treatment is a big achievement. Everyone in this material world is mad, Prabhupada said. Everyone is crazy. So what is the scope for a mad person to get cured? Until unless he accepts he's mad, he won't get cured. Okay? If a mad person says, I'm not mad, no treatment. If he accepts I'm mad, he'll take treatment. So those who have stayed in this Krishna consciousness for so many years, that means he has accepted he's mad. So he's undergoing treatment. So he's respectable. So that way, you know. Okay. Anyone else? Yes, bro.
Krishna Prabhuji. How balance in our jobs. Enthusiasm in Krishna consciousness and enthusiasm in work.
Yeah.
Because actually practically there are a lot of stuff. So we have to how to balance it.
Yeah, very good question. Should I remain enthusiastic in both ways, material life or spiritual life, or should I only be enthusiastic in Krishna consciousness? Or if in both, then how to be able to balance this? Very good question. So a devotee is always a devotee. Okay. So devotee will be an ideal employee. He will be very honestly performing his duties. He won't be doing any pachalpa, any backbiting, any politics. That doesn't mean that he is a very foolish person. No. Devotee is just simple but very intelligent. No one can fool him around. Okay. At the same time, he will be honestly performing his services, but he won't be performing services just to impress his boss. So, if performing service just to impress his boss, the boss may exploit it. It's not that I'm enthusiastic in my career, so I'm doing overtime and everything. Then I'm not getting time for performing Krishna consciousness. Okay. So, with limited time, I will give wonderful output. Okay. When I'm in job, I give high quality output. And when I come to Krishna consciousness, high quality sadhana, high quality service. This is all. We have so many devotees. We have excelled in their career also and excelling in Krishna consciousness also. Because they know what they are doing, for whom they are doing. They don't get disturbed by the office politics. Let the office, other people do politics. They are sure Krishna will take them. At the same time, wherever circumstances are there, he has to defend himself, he'll defend. But he won't create, such political situation on his own. So he'll be very honestly performing his job enthusiastically. Okay. What else?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Prabhuji, we all know that mind powerful and our senses are not fully controlled. So how can we control our senses?
Maya is powerful, our senses are very difficult to control, so how to control? So, Maya is more powerful or Krishna's mercy is more powerful? So, take shelter of the mercy of Krishna. And what is the topmost mercy of Krishna? Association of devotees. So, if we serve in the association of devotees, hearing and chanting in the association of devotees, we can easily fight with Maya. We should always remain alert and remain in the association of devotees. So that way, we can utilize our senses in Krishna consciousness. All alone, I don't have strength. But in the association of devotees, I am protected. You must have realized this also. Yeah, so always remain. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, Prabhu. Pass on the mic.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. So Prabhu spoke about
Mic closer.
am I audible?
Yes, no.
Spoke
Closer.
Yeah, the ECG method you spoke about,
Yeah.
there are like two kinds, like up and down, and the other one is like Krishna Bhakti, which will be a straight line and that will be like consistent. So my question is, so in that machine, so only one line can come there, but Krishna Bhakti, otherwise the ups and the downs. So in that case, how do we maintain the balance between the ups and downs and the consistency?
Sorry. See, ups and downs is the nature of this material body. It will remain like this. And Krishna consciousness, we discuss, it can be performed in all circumstances. So, only thing is, we have to be convinced of this. And in the association of devotees, it is possible. Okay. So, that's why when we read scriptures, when we hear Srimad Bhagavatam, whole Srimad Bhagavatam is book of case studies. Okay. And we have case studies of Prahlad Maharaj. He had to face so many difficulties, but still he was consistently performing devotional service. Pandavas, they went through so many tribulations, but they never get Krishna consciousness. Krishna was with them. They never complained to Krishna. Krishna, what is your use being of the Supreme Personality of Godhead? We are your associates, still you are suffering so much. No. Still they were Krishna, they had full faith in Krishna. Okay? So this is the nature of the material world. There will be fluctuations. Srimad Bhagavatam teaches us in all this fluctuation, we have to perform Krishna consciousness. So the balance, the strength to perform, to maintain this balance will come by hearing and chanting in the association of devotees. Okay, that will increase our faith, so that will give us enthusiasm. Yeah. Okay. 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 That's it. That's it.
Sometimes we have attached so much on our personal things, but sometimes we think okay, attachment is not the correct thing. Then how we can be work without attachment? Because attachment sometimes is necessary. But if we go for the detachment also, so how we can be enthusiastic on our work or Viva or something like that. Because how we can maintain the attachment and detachment. Not having attachment and how.
Krishna consciousness is not so complicated. Attachment, detachment, and then getting confused where to be attached, where to be detached. No. Krishna consciousness means increasing my attachment for Krishna. That's all. Then everything will happen automatically. Okay, I have to just increase my attachment for Krishna. So that doesn't mean that if I'm going to job, I will be very careless in my job. No. Even Akhilar, Krishnarth Akhil Cheshtitam, even if I'm performing my business or my job, it is for the pleasure of Krishna. Arjuna was fighting on the battlefield. It was on the instruction of Krishna, for the pleasure of Krishna. Okay? So we have to cultivate this mentality that I have to perform all the activities for the pleasure of Srila Prabhupada and Krishna. How to know that? Then that will come to know in the association of devotees, by the instruction of the senior devotees. We come to know that. So perform your work very enthusiastically because you're doing it for the pleasure of Krishna. So there's no pressure on your mind that I have to develop detachment from this material world. No pressure. Bhakti is not performed under pressure, under fear. Bhakti is out of love. It may start with out of duty and will convert into love. Okay, so no pressure of creating detachment. Just get absorbed in these activities of hearing and chanting. By this way, I'm increasing my attachment for Krishna. By increasing my attachment for Krishna, I get a higher taste. Then automatically, I'll start developing distaste for this lower taste of this material world. Okay, but you will become a better performer in all fields. Clear? So no pressure on the mind. Right? Okay. So thank you very much. Okay.
Prabhu, as you said that we have to non-devotees, we have to avoid non-devotees. But in certain circumstances, we cannot be avoided. Like at your home, your house, or near from the school, or that situation, how to navigate, how to make it future possible.
I didn't say we have to avoid non-devotees. What did I say? Association of non-devotees. It's not that you see a devotee who is not chanting, I won't talk with him. It's not that. We are not avoiding anyone. Everyone is a part and parcel of Krishna. We should not hate any person, any living entity. We should have affection and love for all living entities, even ant also. We have to give respect to everyone. Avoiding any person means disrespecting that person. We are not avoiding any person, devotee or non-devotee. What I said, what scripture says, we should avoid association of non-devotees. Association means getting influenced by their mentality. So in our office, not everyone is chanting, but we are interacting with them. But interact as much that is required. Official purpose. Don't give your heart. Don't share with your boss who is maybe a non-devotee. Oh, I am not feeling this in chanting. You say, why are you chanting? Yes, Prabhu, you're right, boss, you're right. Why aren't you? So don't reveal your heart. Just official work, that's all. So in your home also, someone may be devotee, some may not. So do your duty. Whatever is required as your family man, perform your duty. But don't share your heart. That is called association. Okay, Puj? Yeah.
Radhe Radhe Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Normally, how can we answer this question when somebody asks you that even the animals are growing and plants are even animals are growing? When somebody asks us this question, how should we answer them? Like animals are also growing and the plants are also growing. Then why don't we eat them? Why only you are eating the plants?
Why are you eating plants? Plants also have life and animals also have life. So you can eat animals also. Yeah, you're right, absolutely right. That's why it is recommended that even if you're vegetarian, we are not free from sins. Even if you're eating plants, we are committing sins. But this is the way of this material world. Jiva jivasya bhojanam. A lower living entity is a food for a higher living entity. It is a way of life. This is how this material world has been created. Then, then how to remain pure, how to remain free from sins? Krishna is saying, whatever you're eating, offer it to me. Okay? When I want to eat chicken, I'll offer it to Krishna with a tulsi leaf on it, without onion garlic. So I'll do that. So Krishna says, okay, I know that you're very intelligent. So then Krishna says, I'll give you my menu. You know? And Krishna says, I eat patram pushpam phalam toya. Yo me bhaktya prichati. Otherwise, Krishna would have said, chickenam, muttonam, andanam. Krishna didn't say that. It's very clear. So we cannot live without, killing something. And plants, when we eat plants, it may not always involve killing plants. Fruits, it's not involved killing plants. So sometimes we may have to, sometimes we may not have to kill the plants. But it is essential for our survival, for keeping our body fit. But whatever we do that, to make it sacrosanct, to make it free from all sins, we offer it to Krishna. And Krishna takes away all the sins. Okay? Thank you.
Very good.
So once again, what a practical, enthusiastic lecture by Prabhuji on how to stay enthusiastic and Krishna consciousness or bhakti. So this is your test now. We have to chant for Prabhuji, and in one go we have to be enthusiastic. So let's loudly chant for Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Srila Prabhupada ki.
You